Find out what are the weaknesses in your city. And those weaknesses, that's where God's going to be ministering at. This is Jose. I got back from Miami to Los Angeles at midnight yesterday and woke up. Obviously, I've not been able to set up my camera or anything else, so I'm doing this out of my phone on my porch in LA. Get these messages out of here. But anyways, I'm going to try to get my camera going and my tripod because I actually like it more. But remember that God works in people's weaknesses. Most people usually find God when they get to the end of their rope. Human nature, sinful nature is such that people feel that they don't need God and they can do fine without Him, and they'll try everything, like I did in the 1970s when I was taking drugs and pornography and all that kind of stuff. And when they get to the very end of their rope and everything else has failed, then that's when they find Jesus. And when they find Jesus, they realize that that's the one thing that they were looking for all their lives. So, find out where in your city or in your town is the area that people are reaching the end of their ropes. For example, in Los Angeles, where I live now, because it's a great city in many ways, but because the cost of living is so darn high, the rent here and the taxes here, the state taxes and the gasoline is so much higher than in the entire United States. People, really, Los Angeles is not a very wealthy city. Yes, you got Bel Air, yes, you got Hollywood, yes, you got Beverly Hills, but apart from those segments, it really is a relatively poor city, and your common person, such as myself, is relatively not that much money, because people are putting at least 50%, half of what they're earning into paying rent. So we're seeing the stress of people not finding jobs, of people not having enough money, people becoming homeless, people becoming evicted from their dwelling places. And we see people coming to the Lord in part because they're not making it financially and they're stressed out and they need something or someone. And we're seeing people that even though, sorry, I got these messages coming in, even though they're not Christians, they want prayer. The harvest that we're seeing today is that people that do not know Jesus, but that know that you are a caring person. One of my friends told me today that in this revival, the weapon of God in this revival is love. Is love. It's not church. I believe in the church, but it is not religion and it's not pointing out sin. It's love. Remember that. The other thing with young people, and I was talking to a friend of mine, many young people are stressed out. Young people are committing suicide, sadly enough. I talked to a friend of mine in Miami who told me young people can't find jobs. And I pray for young people here in Los Angeles, and they're very stressed out because life is so complicated. Life is, culture is changing so fast. There's no stability. What worked today does not work tomorrow. So young people are really having a real difficult time. But what they are looking for is for spiritual parents, a mom and dad in the Lord that is going to love them and listen to them. We are reaching young people who do not know Jesus, not because we're preaching to them the gospel, but because they see a mom and dad that truly loves them. That's the revival of the day. And my friend said it correct. The weapon of God's revival is love. So, in Los Angeles, the cost of living is the weakness of the city that God is using. In Miami, I think it's the opposite. There's a lot more money in Miami, Florida, but because it's such a business-oriented city and people are coming to make money, there's a tremendous amount of stress in Miami. I think Miami is the most stressful city I've ever been to. Far, you would think that Los Angeles being bigger, no. Los Angeles is a calm city compared to what Miami is. In Miami, people live, they drive like crazy drag racing drivers. They're always honking the horn at you. You see them at the Home Depot, and it's just like a flurry. Where's the product? Where's that? And it's stress. And stress is what God is using in Miami to bring people to Him. So you pray, you say, God, bring people because of stress. Bring people to you because of stress. Or if it's Los Angeles, God, bring people because of poverty to you. So, very important. In your city, in your country, I don't care whether you're in India or Pakistan or the United States or Africa or South America, whatever. Every city has its weaknesses. Every city has its strongholds. Ask God to show you what are the weaknesses of your city. Or we got friends watching here from Virginia, Richmond area, or West Virginia. Find out what are the weaknesses in your city and start to pray into it and start to minister to people in those areas. You'll see that if you start to really ask, well, how's your stress? In California, we'll say, well, how's your financial situation? In Miami, I say, are you stressed out? Can I pray for anything that is stressing you out? That kind of stuff. Okay, so thank you very much for listening. I'm excited to be back in my wonderful, beloved LA. And God bless you. Have a great Friday, and we'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.